Hey there, welcome to Toilet Talk. My name's Aaron, and I am going to tell you about why Donovan Mitchell is the most underrated star in the entire NBA. So, the thing is, there are so many reasons, but let's start with just the first one. There are so many players who I believe are not better than Donovan Mitchell, and there's not significant proof that they are. And they're listed above him by the general community as a better player. Number one being, I'll just start with the guard position, point guard and shooting guard, Bradley Beal, right? Bradley Beal is listed because he's a better regular season scorer. First of all, his play doesn't lead to wins, and he scores more points. Congratulations in the regular season. In the postseason, already, Donovan Mitchell has scored 45. Like, Bradley Beal got eliminated by the Sixers in 5. It's basically a gentleman's sweep. And I don't see how anyone sees how Bradley Beal is a better player, especially because Donovan Mitchell has one of the highest postseason scoring averages of all time. He's an incredible postseason performer. He's not like a regular season MVP candidate. I mean, he put up 26.5 points per game this season, which is great. But you know what I mean? But he averages 28 points per game in the playoffs. It's one of the best for all time. That's incredible. And people put like Bradley Beal and Devin Booker, though I could see the Devin Booker argument for him being better, but still, like, Devin Booker barely has the reps in the playoffs to this point. Now, what happens this season in the playoffs, we'll see. And maybe after that, I'll have a different opinion. And then we talk to players like Jason Tatum. Now, my personal opinion is Jason Tatum's a great player, by the way. He's an incredible talent. And the two top players in the draft. I truly believe this, that if Jason Tatum was drafted to small market Utah and Donovan Mitchell was drafted to big market Boston, or maybe not the biggest market, but one of the biggest NBA markets, Donovan Mitchell would be far and away seen as the better player. I truly believe that. Donovan Mitchell has been the best offensive scorer on his team since his rookie year, and led his team basically to the playoffs every year. And aside from last season, where they were missing their second leading scorer, they made it out of the first round every single year. He's only lost in the first round once, and it was a 7-game playoff season where he dropped 50 twice, 57 once. And he's not a superstar? And I'm not a Jazz fan. I live in Philadelphia. But, like, come on, I'm a Sixers fan. But, like, this dude gets so disrespected by the media, by everyone, for one, being in a small market, and two, just like, I don't know why he's not even I don't see, when I look at Donovan Mitchell, aside from his second season in the postseason, which wasn't very good, he didn't play particularly well. Aside from that, he's been nothing short of spectacular in the playoffs. He's been incredible. Like this year they've changed their style up, and they've gone for more threes, and it's been working for them. And yeah, they have a lot of good players, but he doesn't have a serious offensive running mate. There are plenty of players with better offensive running mates than Donovan Mitchell. If you look at stars in the league, let's just start with the Western Conference. Chris Paul and Devin Booker, both great offensive players. Chris Paul all time. Devin Booker might end up all time. Then LeBron James, Anthony Davis, right? Two top 5 players in the league when healthy. I mean, they weren't healthy this year, but still. How about Denver? I mean, Murray's hurt this season. Hope he gets better. But what's it? Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic just won MVP. Golden State, obviously, the Splash Bros. You have, I can't even think, but there's so many. Like, every playoff team, at least the higher end playoff teams, the contenders, have 2 offensive stars. I mean, the Clippers have Kawhi Leonard, who's excellent, and PG, who's not playing well, but he's playoff P. But even then, playoff P can catch fire sometimes. So Donovan Mitchell doesn't have that guy. He's Bogan Bogdanovic or whatever, and Mike Conley. Like that's not very good. Like he doesn't have anyone serious. He has Gobert, and Gobert's great. He's a good rim runner. He's one of the best defenders, if not the best defender in the league. But he doesn't have an offensive guy. He has to be good offensively and hope that his teammates make shots. I mean, look, the team is great, and they're good 3-point shooters, and they can go off the dribble, but they don't have anyone who's great. The only player who's an excellent shot creator is not even excellent, but very good is, aside from Conley, is Clarkson. But he's not a superstar. He's 6th man of the year, but he's not he averaged 19 points per game? I don't exactly have the numbers, but he wasn't averaging something crazy. Right? I'm pretty sure Tobias Harris for the Sixers averaged more points than he did, right? Or close to it. And he just gets thrown in the mud. He gets disrespected because Utah is one of the smallest markets in the league. It's absolutely unbelievable. It blows my mind how the media, blah blah blah, everyone's and the whole stupid list that the TNT crew made up for what a superstar is. Like, you have to be very good at multiple things. Like, what are you talking about? Is Kevin Durant a superstar? You have to be elite at multiple things? Kevin Durant is an elite scorer. He's not an elite rebounder. He's not an elite passer, and he's not an elite defender. So Kevin Durant isn't a superstar. But Ben Simmons is an excellent passer, excellent rebounder, an excellent defender. All right. And if we're gonna say KD's not even a excellent leader, Donovan Mitchell's a better leader than KD is. So by that logic, Donovan Mitchell's more of a superstar than KD is. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, and it's so stupid. I can't believe. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know. I can't imagine. Why is that a superstar? He performs his best when the lights are the brightest. He performs his best in the playoffs. He should be a superstar. It doesn't make any sense to me. And the NBA community just hates on the guy. Not hates on him. That's not the right word. But they just don't see how good he is. And it doesn't make any sense. The dude dropped 50 twice last year, and in one playoff game against the first game of the second round, he dropped 45. Easy 45, too. I mean, he did terrible in the first half. Imagine he was hitting shots then. And he had to, because he wasn't hitting shots this game. It's so unbelievable. This dude is so much better than everyone seems to give him credit for, and it's frustrating. And I'm not a Jazz fan. I don't even, you know what I mean? I'm not. I'm a Sixers fan. I'm a diehard Sixers fan, and man, and I was all for it when Ben Simmons and him were Rookie of the Year fighting. I was all for it. I said Ben Simmons is the better player. And Ben Simmons is very important to the Sixers, don't get me wrong. But he's nowhere near the player Donovan Mitchell's turned out to be. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's so upsetting. Oh, man. I don't even... It just frustrates me. He's so underrated. He deserves so much more credit than he gets. I swear if he was in a big market team, he would be, plastered all over. People would. He got. What did he get? He was what, 15th in the MVP voting or some absurd thing. I forget exactly what it was. But he was nowhere near the MVP voting. He's not the best player on the best. He's the best player for the best team in the league record wise, and he barely got to the MVP recognition, averaging 26.5 points per game and 5 assists. That's I get that's not statistically the greatest MVP numbers. But that's what you're supposed to do. It's unfathomable how much disrespect this man gets, whether the media, by regular people. I can't. Yeah. Man, I don't even know. Anyway, this has been Toilet Talk. My little rant. If anyone sees this video, which they probably won't, you can like and subscribe or whatever, and all that jazz. But don't crash. It's a bad pun. Anyway, a bad joke. Anyway, I'm sorry. Yeah, and all that stuff. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. And by you guys, I mean probably my mom. Love you, Mom. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Take care. Peace.